having good intentions does not mean that you are going to execute it rightly, but having discipline and having a stand as well will help you to do what? To execute your good intentions rightly. This is not who I am. David was talking to Jonathan about his ordeal, what was happening to him, what Saul was trying to do. You are not serious. You are unserious. You must have discipline and you must have a stand. Be like,
Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm so grateful that you're here, and my name is Lovelyn Isiani, and welcome for another episode, right? Yeah, thank you so much. So let's get relaxed. Yeah, we'll be right back. Okay, thank you so much again for tuning in. I'm grateful, and I want to say thank you. Like, I really do appreciate you that we all are growing in this journey of not just knowing ourselves, but valuing our faith and growing in God, as well as doing other things that we want to do. We want to flourish. We want to, be financially free, and all of the things that we want to do. We want to do in our lives, depending on our purpose, our ministries. Thank you so much for being here. So today I'm going to be talking about what we call, having good intentions, right? But then it's more like we are tilting towards having good intention doesn't mean that you're going to do it right. Doesn't mean that the action towards your good intention is going to be executed rightly. So what do I mean? So many of us have good intention, like we want to change the world, we want to carry out our purpose based on what God have instructed us to do. We want to help our friends, we want to help our families, we want all these things. Is a good intention, but that doesn't mean that we are going to execute it rightly, right? What do I mean by this? I mean that we have it in our heart does not mean that we are going to bring it forth. And when I mean bring it forth, is bring it forth rightly. So many of us, there are so many things happening on social media, even apart from social media around us, and we cannot just express what we have in our heart, which is the good intention that we have, if we don't have discipline. Number one, you must have discipline, and you don't just come out to the battlefield and then you begin to think of having discipline. It doesn't work like that. You don't just come out to the battlefield and you are thinking of, oh my God, I need to start sharpening my knife. I need to start sharpening my knife today. You are already at the battlefield. So you are meant to do all these things back home. You are meant to do all these things behind the scene, even before.
hi. I'm so sorry there was break in transmission, but I'm back. So I was saying that you will not just go to the battlefield and you are sharpening your knife, you are trying to, sharpen the ammunitions that you are going to use at the battlefield. They are going to win you. Like, they are going to win you because number one, you are not serious. You are unserious. And number two is that even the people that that are ready to defeat you, they are like, nah, this one is not serious. Let's just go and buy the person, like wound you like this because you're not serious, right? And another thing again is that if you don't have a stand before you come to the battlefield, the people that are beside you, that like the people that are with you to fight the other people to defeat them, You guys are going to be fighting each other because you guys don't even have a stand. So what I'm saying is that before you come out to do anything in your daily life, there are two things, maybe there are many, but there are two things that I believe we should have so that we can be able to execute our good intention rightly. Number one is discipline. Discipline is not everything that you will do. Let me tell you, it's not everything that is bad. There are things that your personality you won't do it. It might be good, but they won't see you there. You are not there. You can't do it because you are disciplined. And if you remember in the scripture where the Bible was talking about Daniel, said he's not going to defile himself with the king's food. That doesn't mean it's bad. There are people eating it, but he's not going to eat it. So another thing is having a stand. If you do not have a stand in this earth or in this world that we live in, there are so many things that is going to defeat you. There are so many things that is going to defeat you that your good intention, you can't be able to execute it rightly. Having good intention does not mean that you are going to execute your good intentions rightly. You must have discipline and you must have a stand. And all these things, you must have it beforehand. Like you must have it before you come out every day. You grow in it. You grow in having discipline. You grow in having a stand. But you must have all these things behind the scene before you come out to do anything. Because let me tell you, is that you are going to be tried every single day. Like you are going to be tested and tried every day to be sure that you have discipline, to be sure that you actually know who you are. I heard of a story recently on TikTok. I don't know, maybe you must have seen the video, but there is this guy that he was saying that like someone else, a celebrity, like manipulated him, used his head and so many things like that, which he may be saying the truth, but um there are so many instances that he would have withdrawn from that if he knew who he was. Like he said I have good intentions for Nigeria. I have For Nigerians, I have good intention to bring people closer, the rich and the poor, this and that, which may be true. But if your good intention is not executed rightly, there may be no second chance for people to hear again your own side of the story, where you are trying to say, oh, somebody else used you or somebody else made you do what you did, which may be true, but not everybody is ready to hear that. So what should you do is that, first of all, you should gather yourself up every day as someone that is going to face a war, because every day is a war day and you are going to be tested and tried. And if you are tested and you are defeated, you may not have second chance to come back to come and say, oh, but this is what I wanted to do. But so every single day we should always try to work with our core values. I don't know if you have heard of core values, having it to your heart. There are there are different core values, but mine is honesty, is love, is truth, is integrity. There are so many. People have so many, and it's not about having. It's about breathing it, like breathing it in, like the way you breathe in air. You be like, right? So you must have your core value like very close to you that you are not letting it go. So even if there are so many things that want to tamper with it, that want to make you feel like, but but you should go against this thing, you'll be like, no, but this is not who I am. Even if it means me losing money, even if it means me not, not being seen for a while, I'm okay with it, because there are so many people that will not want to hear you again when you come back to say, oh, but this is not what I mean. Good intentions does not mean that you are going to do, or you are going to execute it rightly, but it comes with having discipline and what having a stand. Another story that I want to share with you is the story of Jonathan and David. Jonathan and David, they were very close friends. They are loyal to each other, and they already made vows to each other to have each other's back. So when Saul was trying to kill David, David was talking to Jonathan about his ordeal, what was happening to him, what Saul was trying to do. So Jonathan was like, okay, they planned that David is not going to come today, and Jonathan is going to tell Saul during dinner that why David didn't come is because he was summoned, I think, to his maternal side and stuff like that, to see Saul's reaction. And when during dinner, Saul asked the same question, and Jonathan was like, oh, look at what happened. And Saul became furious. And let me tell you, Jonathan knew his stand before he came there, and he stood up for David. He was like, what you are doing is wrong. You shouldn't do this and this and this. He stood up to his father. His father is a king, but he knew his stand. It wasn't there that he started developing his stand. It wasn't there that he was like, oh, I'm going to try now. I'm going. No, he already had it before he came to the table. They already talked about it. He had good intentions for David, and he did what? And he brought it forth. So having good intentions does not mean that you are going to execute it rightly, but having discipline and having a stand as well will help you to do what? To execute your good intentions rightly. There are so many things happening in the world that we live in today on social media, like in our place of work. But social media is kind of the place that brings so many people together, and you just want to say anything, you want to do anything, you want to act anyhow. There'll be a time that you want to retrace yourself, and there might be not so much people that already listen to you the first time, where you are doing so many things wrong, you feel like there is nothing there, and now you want to retrace yourself and tell them, oh, but there might be no chance for so many people again to come and listen to you. Just like when you're a doctor, or if you're a doctor, I mean, and you are operating on someone and you forget something and the person dies, like they will take away your license. It's a mistake, but it's a costly mistake. So you are dealing with people's life, even on a normal day, as a person on social media, saying anything, talking anyhow, trying to do anything because you want to gain fame, or you want to gain likes, or you want to gain anything. You are dealing with people's lives. You are dealing with people's life. So you should know your core values. You should know the things that you can do and you shouldn't do, and stay with it. Even if it means taking you a long time to execute your good intentions, take those time. Take it, because if you jump the process because you want to execute your good intentions, you are going to do it wrongly, and then you can't come back to tell other people, oh, but I didn't mean it this way, look at what I have in my heart. We can't open your heart to see the good intention that you have. So first of all, you have to be disciplined, and you have to do what? You have to have a stand. These things are very important. Looking up to your mentor is so important. I love my mentor. I look up to him. It's very important. So, but then you should be disciplined, and you should have a stand. You should have wisdom. You should have wisdom. As a Christian, God will always help you. The Holy Spirit is there. He will always nudge you, speak to your spirit, tell you that this is wrong. But then if you go against it, it will become your fault. So try as much as possible to yield to God talking to you, and it's going to help you a lot. So I hope that you've learned something today, that having good intentions does not just mean that you're going to execute it rightly. There are so many things that comes with it, and you don't just start doing it when you get to the point to do it. No, you do it beforehand. You try it. You not to try it, sorry. You must have developed these things before you come out to execute the good intentions that you have. And this is tried daily. Your discipline and your stand is tried daily, is tested daily. So you should be able to have you should be able to come to that level of being like, oh, I have this stand now and I'm good to go, right? So thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you so much for supporting me every single day. I'm grateful, and we are growing together. All thanks to God that you are here and we have learned something together today. So today we are going to have a stand, we are going to be disciplined, and our good intentions is going to be executed rightly. Thank you so much, and see you in my next video. Bye.